clearest water I've ever seen is not in the Maldives. The most gorgeous rice terraces in the world are not in Bali. And the best coffee culture is not in Italy. We're Madison and Ivan, and this is Vietnam.
Good morning, Vietnam!
We are so excited to be in Vietnam. We have made it here to Da Nang, the fourth largest city in the country, full of so many beautiful mountains, beaches, people, food, culture. We've actually already gotten to experience some of that. We started off the morning at the beach for sunrise, and it was so beautiful and full of locals relaxing, exercising, and just starting off their day in such a stunning way.
It is an ungodly hour for the beach to be this packed. This is insane. 5 a.m. y'all. This is not normal waking hours. Vietnam has actually been on the top of my must-visit ASAP list because it's developing so fast. So it's like, if we don't go sooner rather than later, it'll be a whole separate country. I want to experience that country too, but I want to get a taste of Vietnam as it is today as well.
And I've technically been to Vietnam before. I came here a few years ago when I was working behind the scenes on reality TV shows, but because I was working, I only had the chance to leave the hotel one time. So I got like a tiny little nugget of what it is like to be in Vietnam. And it whet my appetite. Like, I am so excited to be back, finally actually taking a bite of what this incredible, beautiful country has to offer. And speaking of taking a bite, let's get breakfast.
I am starting the day off with Mi Quang, the symbol of Da Nang. The Mi Quang is this rice noodle in a turmeric broth. I got the fish, Madison got the beef, lots of herbs. Put it all together. I'll add some peanuts on there for topping and crunch, and you got Mi Quang. You can have Mi Quang any time of day, but this restaurant closes at 11 a.m. So it's like, this is a breakfast joint. That's something I really like about Vietnamese cuisine. There's not really like different foods that you eat for breakfast. Pho, breakfast food. Mi Quang, breakfast food. Banh mi, breakfast food. This light, mellow flavor coating, beautifully cooked noodles. Tender fish. It's a white fish. It actually reminds me a lot of the Bengali Indian style cooking that I grew up with. Because of the rich turmeric, because of the soft white fish, kind of makes me very nostalgic for my mom's cooking. What a delicious way to start the day.
Transportation is super easy here. We just hopped in a Grab, which is basically the Uber of Southeast Asia, and we're on our way to one of the top attractions in the city, Marble Mountain. The land is flat and beachy, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, these beautiful mountains appear. It's no wonder it became such a spiritual destination. Whoa. We have made it to the Marble Mountains, which is one of the top things to do in Da Nang. And the translation in Vietnamese is actually the 5 elements mountain: metal, wood, earth, water, fire. Not the same 5 elements that you think of when you think of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Each mountain is like its own individual element. There are 5 mountains. So this one that we are on right now, that most of the exploration occurs on, is Water Mountain, which is home to the largest cave of all of the caves here. So stunning and beautiful. I think it's official. I think we have to become morning people because this is so incredible and beautiful. We basically have the whole cave to ourselves right now to just like slowly take in. It is stunning. So this mountain is actually full of caves. They're not naturally occurring. They were actually made by miners, but they've been used to make Hindu and Buddhist shrines. So it's so special to be like exploring these cave structures and seeing the absolute beauty of the religious iconography, and each individual cave is so unique and beautiful. It's so cool to see different artistic choices made in each individual cave.
There's so many faces and stuff everywhere. Just like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. Like that one's just like...
It's so quiet. Like, you can hear moisture from the cave like dripping to the ground. Like, that's the only sounds. And like our footsteps. Like, this is so cool. Like, way cooler than I even thought it would be. But it is so hot, even in a cave. Like, I am sweating so much. But worth it, man. This is so cool. Did we pay 60 cents a person to take an elevator in this heat? Absolutely. Oh yeah, that was so worth it. From out there to up here. This is like such a cool place. I did not hype it up enough in my head, but it reminds me of so many places we've been before, but like the most beautiful, perfect combination of it all. It reminds me of the Batu Caves in Malaysia because there's, just beautiful temples here in caves. It reminds me of the architecture of Gaudi in Barcelona. Beautiful, intricate details put into all of the architecture. It reminds me of the pagodas we saw in Japan. Like, it's just absolutely stunning to be reminded of so many beautiful, incredible places. You can go in the caves, but then there's also so many beautiful temples and pagodas here above ground as well. So there's just so much to take in. Like, you're seeing so many different unique pieces. It's so cool.
Feels like in a video game, like you have the temple, and then if you sneak around behind it, you see like the Easter egg. Like in the Fable series, this is where the talking gate would be. And you answer a riddle to get inside.
Wow, very spiritual, babe. Just so serene. Like, there's some big tour groups that come through, but overall, maybe we just have a lucky day, but overall it's relatively calm. Like, you can definitely get a time to yourself in each place, and it's just so fun to be able to kind of be let loose, you're exploring. It's the largest cave here was actually a military hospital during the war. So it has a lot of religious significance, but also some historic military significance as well. So it's very unique and beautiful to see. This is just unbelievable. Highly recommend. Such a special place. I could stay and explore this place all day if it weren't so incredibly hot. To cool down, we're headed to one of the hottest cafes in the city, Son Tra Marina. We desperately needed a refresher, so we are here at the marina with beautiful views, a beautiful building. I feel like we've been transported to Santorini. It is so gorgeous here. And we have a nice cold beverage. This is a salted coffee, which started here in central Vietnam. Salt foam on the top and then the very strong Vietnamese coffee here at the bottom. And one of the first things we noticed about Vietnam, literally on the drive from the airport to our hotel, was the massive amount of coffee shops everywhere. Coffee and cafe culture is a huge part of life here. Vietnam is actually the second largest exporter of coffee in the world and the first largest exporter of Robusta coffee. So this is a Robusta coffee. Here at the bottom, it is twice as strong and caffeinated as Arabica coffee, which is the coffee we typically have in the United States and Europe, which is why this massive amount of salt foam is going to come in handy. Salt foam mustache. It is so incredibly good. Salt and coffee might sound like a strange combination to you, but you have to try this. The salt almost brings out the sweeter, more delicious notes in the coffee, And on a hot day like this, like it's the electrolytes that you actually desperately need because you've been sweating so much. The nice, delicious, like foamy texture with the salt. This is one of my favorite coffees in the world. What a beautiful place to be enjoying it.
Now that we've enjoyed a cool down, we're at a quick drive from Linh Ung Pagoda. Another can't miss destination if you're in Da Nang because you literally can't miss it. You can see the Lady Buddha statue that's here watching over you from anywhere on the beach. I knew we were going to see the incredible Lady Buddha statue here, but I didn't realize how beautiful the rest of this place would be. There are so many stunning bonsai trees.
I like that they went like more lush with it. It looks like a bonsai, but that brings in like the Vietnamese side to it. Legend has it that they found this statue in the sea, and the local villagers brought it over, erected it, and ever since they erected the statue, the waters have been calm, and therefore they renamed it to the Buddha Beach. Yeah, but also the signage said that originally it was spec'd to be built at 32 meters, but somehow it became 67. But did they find it? I don't know. What the? 67 meters tall. That is a 30-story building, and inside it's actually furnished as stories, and at different stories, like you can pray to like different like incarnations or different like specializations of Lady Buddha.
It is now the evening and it is time for dinner. We, before this, actually had the opportunity to participate in this local custom, local tradition, a nap. Naps are actually like such a popular thing in Vietnam. You see people napping constantly at their street food stall waiting for the next customer, delivery drivers napping on their scooters. Even in office jobs, we've heard that people actually like have pillows and different supplies to have a proper nap at work. Instead of a 9 to 5, it's actually an 8 to 5 to allow for an hour of napping throughout the day. So we were so lucky to have the opportunity to participate in that because it was so hot that we seriously needed a refresher. But now we're ready to take on the day, starting with dinner. We love finding like local Hole Noir restaurants when we travel, but sometimes you also have to go see what all of the hype is about. And we are here at Madam Lynn's, which has over 8,000 reviews on Google, starting with the fried fish spring rolls, a rice paper wrapping on the outside with a fried fish on the inside, and then all sorts of delicious vegetables. And we have this nice sauce to dip it in. That is delicious. The combination of fresh and fatty flavors. I think there's dill in there, giving it this like really nice, delicious, herbaceous taste. Sour acidity of the sauce that you dip it in. You can tell that there was like a lot of thought put into how the particular flavors were going to pair together. I already see why this place would be so highly rated. Plus, this is an incredible atmosphere out here by the river, the beautiful lanterns and courtyard. Lovely.
Man, this is our pescatarian episode.
Okay guys, yeah, we're by the beach. Can you tell? Can you tell we're staying on the beach?
I barely need an excuse to order a beautiful whole fish like this. It looks amazing. This is Madame Lon's signature char grilled fish. We are eating a lot of fish here, but it's the thing you just gotta do, being next to the beach.
And rivers too. Like we got it all here.
Take some lettuce, then you break some of the fish, roll it up, a little lettuce taco there. Wow, fish needs a good marinade, and they are delivering on all cylinders on this one. Comes with 2 flavors. You got the red, nice spicy, good amount of heat in that one. Inside very herb forward, very, very nice. Like a chimichurri sauce. Great crisp, this great texture, that crispy skin on the outside. That's the best. So, so good.
I know you're probably thinking like, you're eating fish, you're eating this Mi Quang. What about banh mi? What about pho? Like those are the things we think about when we think of Vietnam, that street food, those sandwiches. We have that covered in the most unique way in our next spot. Will you go get us a banh mi?
Where do you order? I don't know.
Here, let me order it then.
Oh my gosh, what? Oh my god.
Xin chào. We came here to get started with a very special banh mi. A banh mi cocktail. We're gonna eat plenty of more typical banh mi while we were in Vietnam, trust me, but we had to give this unique cocktail a try. It has cilantro, cucumber, chilies, lemongrass, vodka, and lime. Wow, it really kind of smells like a banh mi, like all the delicious vegetables that you get on the top. That's really good. That is just a delicious combination of like tart and savory. It is so good. The spices going on in here are phenomenal. There is coriander, there is mint, green chilies like on top, which are very, very spicy. Proceed with caution. Honestly, you never know what you're gonna get when you order something so unique, but wow, this is outstanding. Delicious way to have a banh mi. Came here to the night market and we are getting some banana pancakes. This is so good. It's basically like a crepe with banana in it, condensed milk over the top, and they get the perfect little like charred crispy bits. And this night market is just like so fun, so alive. It's like a little mini carnival or fair that happens every single night. The energy is high, and I think it's about to get even higher because the show is about to start. What show, you ask? Maybe here's a hint. We have made it to Dragon Bridge, and the crowd is wild. On the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 9 p.m. is the big show. I thought, okay, Sunday night, that's gotta be the least busy night. It's a work night, it's a school night. That is not what's happening here. These crowds are still massive. But I'm so excited because this beautiful bridge is about to put on quite a show.
Such an epic start to our time here in Vietnam. Already, from the food to the sights to the people, everything has been even better than we had ever imagined. I'd say the Only things that are harder than we expected are the heat and crossing the road. I think we'll get used to it though, because we are so excited to be spending some time exploring this beautiful country. So please hit those subscribe and like buttons and share this video with someone you think would enjoy it. We'll see you on the next one, and until then, watch one of these videos. YouTube thinks you'll really like it. Okay, bye!